awaits us beyond this gate. And we shall face it together.
Aye.
It seems our host would rather we remain. I will stay them.
We will stay them. Go!
Just don't keep us waiting.
Thank you.
Welcome, sons of fire.
No! No! Come back.
What?
Joshua! Joshua! Wake up!
Clive, is that you? This isn't Stone here.
Welcome to our darkness. A rift between worlds wherein your kind might reflect.
Show yourself!
Grave and many are the sins of man. And we would have you know them, all of them. As fate has seen fit to deliver you home, consider this our welcoming gift.
It would seem we are trapped.
And the only way out is through Ultima. We find him, and we leave.
If you are to comprehend the full extent of your transgressions, we must go back to the beginning. When the world was still young, we visited upon it a miracle, magic, and in its light did all life flourish. Yet the price for this boon would prove heavy. A pall descended upon the land, painting the horizon black as night. Though we labored to forestall its spread, in this one endeavor we stood powerless. And so we fled, that we might endure, that we might discover a means of salvation.
But if it was magic that caused the blight, what of the mother crystals?
I expect he'll tell us soon enough.
Salvation, alas, was not readily to be had. First, we would require a land unvisited by the stain of corruption. An unprecedented journey lay before us, one beyond the limits of our fleshly bodies, and so we cast them off. Thus, stripped to our very spirit, did we find our new paradise. A land as pure as driven snow, Valisthea. There would the true work begin, for the black crept yet behind us. And soon did we arrive at a solution, the illness having spread to every organ. There was but one escape from this fate, to start afresh.
With a new world. The one for which Barnabas labored. A paradise free from the blight where his God awaits. And where, if we only forfeit our wills and abandon everything we hold dear, humanity can join him. So, Ultima would have us follow in the footsteps of the king.
And follow we shall. For now.
To forge a new world would require not only power, but a constitution strong enough to wield it. Acquiring the first would be simple. Untouched by the blight, Valisthea was replete with ether, and we had only to place jewels in her crown to claim it. Acquiring the second, however, demanded creativity. And so I cast forth the seeds of humanity.
You created us.
Is that not what gods do? We sowed the seeds for you, Muthos, all that you might one day blossom. And our future thus secured, we thought to slumber, though that would prove a grave mistake. For it was as we slept that man committed his greatest sin. He awoke. Alone in a world bereft of his God's radiance, he stumbled blindly, desperate for guidance. Finding no light, he sought to kindle his own, and from that single errant impulse was his will born. Having discovered himself at last, man turned his eyes inward and found he desired evermore that which only magic might afford. So wars were waged and brothers slain for custody over that dwindling resource, and the land, she wept tears of black.
He would condemn us for this. Surely he cannot be so blind to his own hypocrisy.
Not blind, just unwilling to admit the truth. Though we're one and the same. Is that?
Ifrit, or what's left of him.
Long have our ashes lain cold for want of a spark. Cast your eyes upon them and see what you must become. Valisthea cannot endure a second claim upon her being. The avarice of man drives her ever closer to destruction, but she may yet be saved by you. It is what you were born to do, why we nursed you and fed you, as your own mother should have. And now that you are fully grown, our Muthos, it is time at last for you to serve your purpose.
To right your wrongs. If our sin is wanting to survive, then you are as marked by it as we are. The fault is yours. Our wills were born because you abandoned us. And now, you would have us forfeit them. All for a place in your new paradise.
Do you imagine yourselves worthy of one? Mankind has no place in our world. Is this truly so difficult to comprehend? We only ever require you, Muthos, when the time comes to bid this wretched realm farewell. None shall follow, none shall remain.
What do you mean, none?
This is our world. Once the land's rebirth is complete, humanity will have served its purpose. Why would we continue to suffer that which has caused us so much vexation?
Because the land doesn't belong to you. It belongs to us all!
That is where you are mistaken. You own nothing but your precious will.
Brother.
I can't do this alone.
And you don't have to.
I grow weary of your dissent. Now you must learn that this master will not tolerate disobedience.
My friends, my family. We have all suffered, all fought to survive. This world may be flawed. It may be broken. But it's all we have. And if we can't share it, I see only one other choice. You have to go.
You may have created us, Ultima. But it's time we lived on our own terms. This isn't your world anymore.
It's ours.
Bow down, offenders, hearts be-stained. Such foul attaint may not be sublimed through gainstanding. Only with heads hung low is penance paid. O wretched mortals incapable even of contrition, in fitting season shall we reap our harvest. Gifted this chance, and still you would raise your hand against the Lord.
What now? The darkness bends. He means to end us.
It wouldn't be the first time. But let's make it his last.
Your fate is inexorable. Surrender the vessel unto the darkness. Surrender it unto us. Kneel before us.
Bahamut! Gah! Gah! Okay.
Foolish mortals.
I needed that.
At last. At last. For countless generations have we awaited this moment. trials have made you strong, yet your soul remains heavy with sin. Absolution is nigh. Repent, and all shall be forgiven.
Tell me, Clive, how many lives have you saved since taking my name?
Fewer than we have ruined. Wherever we go, we leave a sea of tears in our wake.
These are the wages of your will, son.
What good are our choices when all they ever bring, all they will ever bring, is death?
There's no atoning, Clive. No matter how hard you try. So why not leave it all behind?
Leave it all behind.
Clive!
Please, won't somebody save me? Won't anybody love me?
I've yearned, yet still she is not mine. Have I not given enough?
From will is born desire, and it is this which consumes you, rendering you incomplete.
Do you not see how the world bends and warps under the weight of your hungering hearts? What if it could all just go away? Just go away.
Clive! None of this is real. Wake up. It's time to go home, Clive.
Clive.
That's right. You're my brother.
Brother.
Come. Remember who you are.
Clive.
once more, lest you forget.
My name is Clive. Clive Rossfield.
Look.
Ultima.
Even here, the light of the vessel's will cannot be quenched. And the Phoenix, his trespass should not have been possible. Not possible unless he has been with Muthos all along. The mark of the Phoenix, emblazoned upon his heart, made manifest by the power of will alone. The power of creation. Can it be? Are their wills truly so potent?
Are you still talking?
Damn it, Clive. Wake up.
That.
Sorry to wake you, but I think it may be time to leave. This place.
Once again does my creation stray from the path laid before it. Steeped in conceit, you fancy yourself a god. You embrace Logos. But we will put an end to this hubris.
What are you talking about?
In the halls of origin does our true power quicken. And there shall you be made complete. Soon, Muthos, soon you will discover how little you know of suffering. And so the crystals are no more. Yet in their silence, a new song rings. Its chorus building, a crescendo as it enters its final movement, stirring those long aslumber to waking, and back to their origin.
Bloody crystal's cracked. So where the hell are they? Oh, fuck me.
Is that ether?
What in good Grieger's name is going on?
This is wrong.
Are we back?
Clive! Joshua!
Jill! Is everyone all right?
We're fine. What happened?
Too much to explain here.
Mate! We're leaving! Now! Everyone, fall back to the ship!
I will be with you anon.
Thank you. I need to tell everyone what happened at Drake's Spine. And I'm going to need Otto's help.
There's something about it.
I have wronged so many. Ruined thousands of lives. I did not deserve to be so.
Clive. Goingpurse weighing you down? You'll not find a better price than that. Come again. Or don't. I'm not much bothered either way.
So what do I owe the honor? What do you want? Should last you a good while. And?
First the skies, then the crystal.
My Lord Marquis, that some of my fellow Guardians are to build a new home there. Both.
It's true.
I have many fond memories. When I was a child, we would visit my aunt and uncle often. I went to see Aunt Hannah after my uncle passed away, but...
Oscar, I'd like you to...
But my training is not yet complete.
I warned you I might not be the easiest of masters. But I'm not as hard-hearted as that. Rebuild her home.
Thank you.
Origin, he called it. But the origin of what? Did you know that it was I who convinced His Imperial Highness to join you in Stone here? All right.
Still alive, I see. Something tells me that eyesore on the horizon is you...
It's a long story. One that I'd rather only tell once.
Right. All hands...
Is this everyone? As I'm sure you've all guessed, the crystal which now commands the eastern skies was summoned by Ultima. He called it Origin. Though the significance of that name is as yet unclear.
What does it matter what it's called? Its emergence tore Twinside asunder and wiped my homeland from the map.
Mention of the Dominion spires can be found in the oldest of Variscian records. But to the best of my knowledge, none provide any hint as to their true nature. That they would prove the horns of some slumbering demon. Well...
The Dominion's demise was at least quick. Elsewhere, the Republican army cannot hope to contain the chaos engulfing Randalar. Canva is in flames, and the Empire...
Our allies are crying out for answers. I've sent the Cursebreakers to give them what assurances we can, but right now that amounts to fuck all.
They wouldn't be able to stop what the skies have started in any case. People here and across the realm grow sicker with every passing day.
Could it be that this new Mother Crystal is like the others? That it draws upon the land's ether? It certainly looked that way from stone here.
If that were true, it would explain the hastening spread of the Blight since the crystal's appearance. Would it not?
And as the land's ether slowly rises to the surface, it pools, corrupting all who cannot channel its energies. Archay above, ether floods below, and in the middle, here we languish, hopelessly entrapped.
It's all right. When we faced him at Stone here, Ultima told us his true power quickens in the Halls of Origin. Needless to say, we cannot allow that to continue. If we are to stop him, we will have to find a way into the crystal.
How are we gonna manage that then? It's up in the sky. And fast as she is, the Enterprise can't fly.
It's a lot to take in, and I reckon we'd all benefit from some time to clear our heads. The answer will come to us. Don't you worry. Ain't that right, Clive?
Right. That's right.
Well, go on then. Bugger off. Same goes for you, Clive. You won't solve anything like this. Trust me. Go and get some fresh air, eh?
Thank you. Joshua seemed upset. Ultima may have created us, but he doesn't make us who we are. Only we can do that. And if he would have us fight for our survival, so be it. It's what we've been doing all along.
Much like Ultima himself, it would seem. His new world being naught but a means to survive. And so, we must contend to decide which of us shall inherit the land. Should Ultima prevail, it will mean death for us all. Of that, we can be certain. But even should he fail, what world awaits us? A withered, godless place, where our newfound freedom will most like prove a chain in itself.
Well, that may be. But a chain can always be broken. As long as one has the will to break it. It won't be easy. It may take generations. Centuries of suffering. And that is, if everyone plays their part. But it will happen. And when it does, it will be on our terms. That is the world that awaits us.
Indeed. And what better world could one wish for?
But first, we have to reach that crystal.
Then it's a good thing I have wings.
You can barely stand, let alone fly. And only the Founder knows what horrors await in those skies. Are you certain about this?
Am I certain? I am the Phoenix. I will do what I must. This is our fight. Remember?
All right. I yield. But only what you must, yes? I'm still your sworn shield.
That you are.
And what of my wings? Lest you forget, you go to stand against a god. I would not have you succumb to fatigue before the fight begins. Ifrit, your brother mentioned that some few of the dominants who had lost their power to you were still able to prime. Is that true?
It is. But their icons no longer submitted to their will.
Then mine will have to be stronger. That you both might save your strength for the battle to come.
You don't have to do this.
If you do, there's a chance you might lose all you have left.
And what have I but regret? My life ended in the Dominion. I fear death no more. Besides, I would have words with Ultima. He has much to answer for.
We are in your debt, Dion.
We can speak of debts when this is over.
He speaks like a man who knows he's not coming back. And has come to terms with that.
Ahora. Drag out. Ah, es que eso siempre ha sido así en los Final Fantasy. Cabrón, los Final Fantasy te enseñan que viene el último monstruo y tú peleas una pelea bien histórica, bien cabrona. Y de momento, oh no, there's more. So, por lo menos estoy acostumbrado a eso. I don't mind it though. La pelea estuvo fun.
Time to talk to Jill. I only hope she understands.
Vamos a ver qué pasa ahora. Qué pena que no pude hacer la puta espada, pero it's fine. There's always New Game Plus. ¿Me la puedes enviar? Sí.
Come to wish on a star.
Okay. Oh well, fine.
That might not be such a bad idea.
Yeah, that's a good part. A ver qué me dice esto.
This is it, Jill. You know what I have to do. Why I have to do it.
Él puede Prime, él no puede convertirse en Bahamut, básicamente. Pero eso es lo que no entiendo porque Garuda lo hizo.
Where it will end, for better or worse.
I could pray to Metia for you.
Él dijo, can they Prime? ¿Y qué fue lo que él le dijo? Él le dijo como que sí, pero como que hay un tipo de restricción about it. I really don't recall very well esa parte.
But you'll be all right, won't you, Clive?
Ahí fue que te estaba escribiendo.
You always are.
I did promise we'd watch the moon together.
I'll be waiting.
It's almost time.
Ay, no, pensé que me iban a dar la misión. La de ella. Sea la madre. La misión que me abre ese quest se llama... Yo la tengo aquí, pero es la número 2. ¿Es aquí? No. Mala mía, fue que me emocioné. Reluctant as I am to add you to your burdens, I will ask you to A, in personal matter, be one that may be beneficial to your cause. There exists ancient text deemed so injurious, so modern, that mere possession is deemed a crime, and it was the chance encounter with one such stone from a distance. The spark within me, the scholastic curiosity which burns to this every day. I wish to enlist your aid in reclaiming that text. Should you require further incentive, know that I'm willing to offer compensation for services rendered. Amiga, me caes bien. Hazlo más corto, por favor. Dime, necesito este libro. That's it.
Something tells me this is no me.
Ahí, con la estúpida esta que es la historiadora, me puso ahí, papi, un resumen. Yeah, in case you haven't noticed, your poor hound spends all his time of late on the rear deck whimpering like Gav in his cups. Something ain't right, and my gut tells me it's not to do with his supply of antelope bones. La misión de esa doñita, cabrón, me cae súper. Adiós. ¿Eso era en el cuarto? No. So, basically, vamos a pelear con Dios. Ojalá que sí. Para decirle después a Emma, mira, papi, Lighting can suck it. Yo sé que ya... I know. I know. I just wanna fuck with him. Pero I know que él no le... Yeah, I know that for sure. Pero solo quiero decirle a Emma para joderlo. Porque sé que él me va a decir, no, pero no era yo, a mí no me gusta, es que quería hacer eso con Edwin, porque Edwin no entiende. You're set on these plans of yours then. Qué raro salió el... ¿Por qué no se están hablando?
Thank you, Uncle.
What?
As for down here...
Que pensé, no hay diálogo. Ah, bueno, pues es que es una de las escrituras esas aparte, ok, ya entendí. They confirm the knowledge that the realm, you will see, will be incapable hands until you return. Ha 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 ha. Indeed. Okay, ahora sí va.
Clive, my boy! Rutherford informs me that we owe you our thanks. Hadn't intended for you to get involved.
I would have done the same for...
You're far too modest, Clive. You'd make a terrible nobleman. But tell me, is the realm truly in as dire a state as Rutherford suggests?
From what little I saw...
I suppose I should... But I was rather hoping the great and good of the realm might have things a little more under control. Alas, it seems that firm leadership is in short supply these days. We must move.
But where do we start?
True, the challenges that face us are many. The realm's armies, as you've seen firsthand, certain cities have banded together to try and yet, the only remedy for the chaos that faces us is unity. In short, if Storm does not stand...
But how would one even begin?
The armies, my boy. As I told you already, we begin by restoring... Sadly, I doubt I could convince even the lowliest gaggle of privates to dig a latrine together. But I do know someone the High Commanders have been known to listen to on a...
I thought he was retired.
He was. Until an Akashic army tore through Randalar and killed most of the rank and file. And as luck would have it, I would.
Of course you have.
And he's agreed to help. Havel has always been a man of frustratingly rigid principle. I extolled your many virtues as best I could, of course, But the old goat was adamant that he be allowed. You don't mind, do you, my boy?
Of course not. As long as chaos reigns, we will never build a better world. And if the Field Marshal wishes to speak with me in person, I'll leave for Randall. Would you send a stoke?
Of course. Rutherford is already in the Dhalmekian capital. I'll have him...
Excellent.
No.
Alright. Tengo los dedos cruzados que maybe está la misión en eso, pero a la misma vez no gana. Ya se me había pasado el enojo, so espero. Whatever happens. However, quiero ver ahora porque lo que hablamos ahorita, o sea, lo que me preguntaste ahorita, ahí yo te estaba escribiendo y no escuché completamente bien. Déjame ver cómo pongo el video mío. Quiero ver qué dijo lo del Prime. Alright. Okay. Él dice. Ahí dice. Your brother mentioned that some few of the dominants who had lost their powers to you were still able to prime. Is that true? Yeah, they can prime. Entonces dice. Por eso te digo que transformarse no pueden, pero sí pueden prime. Y tú preguntaste si ellos no podían prime. So pueden prime, but their icons no longer submitted to their will. Oh, ok, so ellos pueden sacar el icon. Lo único que ellos no van a controlar el icon. Por eso Garuda sacó el icon. Y ella al final, ella no lo controlaba. Literal, Garuda nos atacó como una cabrona.
Ah, Clive.
Ok.
This is it then, brother.
Our last dance with Ultima awaits. Only the Founder knows what awaits up there. Indeed. But whatever we find, we shall overcome it. I would not do to disappoint our friends. They all believe in you, Clive. They would follow you to the ends of the earth if they could.
You're wrong.
You're wrong. My friends don't follow me. They spur me on. I couldn't have made it this far without them. Not without you, Joshua. Because I'm Batman. You gave me your blessing and made me your shield. Without you, I don't know how I would haven't even survived. Even when we were apart, you were always with me, and I trust you'll be with me now until the end.
Of course.
And then, where there's a will, se llama esta
What's
misión.
wrong? And don't say nothing.
It's not nothing. I've received word from Cyril. The Undying have found Father's will. Or something akin to it.
Oh.
His will. How? Where?
Vas a ver, es que estoy interesado en esta misión. ¿Qué me darán? ¿Qué pasará?
Beneath Rosalith Castle.
El will del papá.
After Kupka was kind enough to drive out the Imperials, the Undying took the opportunity to recover what relics of the Duchy yet remained. And in the process of doing so, they found a letter from Father.
I'm surprised anything survived down there.
Cyril asked that I join him in Tabor at my convenience. I have been meaning to go, but...
Of course. I want to know what's in that letter as much as you do.
I hope so.
Very well. I am ready to leave when you are.
Qué estúpido. The fuck did I do? What the fuck, en serio? Diablo, todas estas misiones. Yo quería jugar el final.
Sid, do you...
By all means.
It's my old master. Seems there's no escape. And something else. Records from a Waluda prison. Seems they were keeping a lot of bearers there.
How did she come by such a thing?
Finding bearers always was her strong point, and it seems the cells of Balmung Dark are full of them. Foreign captives, the master...
Ajá, pues eso es lo que te dije. Que esas manzanitas las llamaron con el nombre de ella porque ella falleció y otro tipo cogió el place de ella. Ella se fue.
Bearers no one would miss.
Y el sopero no lo he visto por nada.
Bearers with no one to look after them. When
El
Ether
sopero.
started lapping at the walls,
Qué bueno.
the jailers fled.
Leaving the bearers to be liberated by whoever happened to come along next.
Sid, I'd like to believe that I've earned your trust by now. And while I'm well aware that you've forbidden Cursebreakers from traveling to Waloed, I can't let those bearers die in their cells. I'd rather risk shipwreck on the Shadow Coast than leave them to starve.
Diablo cabrón, todas las
Does that
misiones.
mean
I'm making an exception, and we stay no longer than we have to. Ash is an inhospitable place at the best of times. We save as many as we can, and...
Thank you, Sid. There, Chadwick. Another of my former master's protégés. The thought of him held captive.
He must be very important to you.
He was. Is.
Este tipo me cae bien
Let me
también.
find him.
The entrance to the prison lies in the shadow of Ravenwit Walls.
Yeah,
Just
Jill,
beyond
no
the
quiero que
portcullis.
me da lo mismo si muero o no,
We should
pero
head there as quickly as we can.
just uneventful to
Pray
me.
there are still bearers alive to see.
As do I, Doris.
Jill me da lo mismo. Porque no es como que se muera porque sí. No, es porque no se muera porque sí, se muera con un purpose. Nazari Cursebreaker, ¿quién carajo tú eres?
Sid, I was wondering if you could help me.
It depends what we're...
A bearer, but recently freed from his bonds is keen. As you know, the work we do is not easy, which is why we test every volunteer's suitability. I was hoping you could...
I don't mind, but...
Because...
Para sacar
he
las
wants to be a
cositas.
scout. Our ranks are filled with men and women capable of breaking chains and... But scouting? We're few with the nose for that, which is why we still rely so heavily on Gav. And since he
The whole
accompanies
deal.
you on so many of your missions, I thought you might be better placed to reckon.
Sounds reasonable.
So you're happy to oversee the boys' tent?
One can never...
Truer words. I'll let the initiate know that you'll be attending his trial.
Con
And now he
bomb.
has to proceed directly to Northreach.
No time like the present, eh?
No time like the
Tacho.
present. I'll...
Oh my god, cuántas misiones. Dios santísimo de los santos
Northreach.
santusis.
I don't suppose they could have chosen somewhere closer.
Este tiene las misiones de pueblo. He has the ones on
Anything
the,
catch your
on the...
eye?
Este es la misión, ahí está, puñeta, yo sabía. Yo sabía que yo no estaba tan loco. Yeah. Me dio pena, quiero saber si vemos otra vez al tipo, ¿te acuerdas del tipo del desierto? Terminó feíto lo de él literalmente se fue, lo botaron del pueblo y ya nadie lo quiere. Por literalmente ser un bearer que, pues, que no se sabía que era un bearer. He was faking it. A ver qué dice el nene este.
Sid!
With what?
No? Well, yes.
It's Miss Midadol. She's been acting strange. Very strange. She's barely ever...
When she is, she acts like we aren't even there.
Cuando salían, ¿quién? Hacho, si esa cabrona ni importa, de verdad.
In the
Y mucho más, esa cabrona, déjala morir completa.
Well, she does have a lot on her mind.
A ver qué dicen los nenes.
Then it's probably just about the Enterprise.
I did go very on the way there.
Didn't break it, did you, Sid?
You really
Don't listen to her. Even if you did break the Enterprise...
But who's gonna put Miss Midadol back to...
¿Qué carajo le habrá pasado ahora a la tipa?
Why don't I go and see if...
You do that. She's in her...
Don't scare him.
Thanks for the warning.
Loco, son como 10 misiones. Eso sí te digo que está dragging. Eso sí, esa parte sí. Story-wise no. Esto sí. Maldito sí a la madre.
I will not let them be forgotten. Sid.
Of course.
It is an honor to finally speak with you.
Yo no he chequeado nada de eso.
My name is Herman. I've been with the Cursebreakers for some time now.
I think I did everything si hago todo eso ahora, pero fuera de eso, I got no clue, man. Asumo de cositas como, por ejemplo, lo de Bahamut. Ya yo lo terminé, pero por ejemplo, cositas así que tengan los summons, como haz tanto daño con este personaje, cosas así.
No.
Asumo yo.
Lands across the Narrower. I will not send good men and women to risk. Why would you want to go back?
I need to retrieve some. I was raised, or rather, it was not a place of nurture. It existed. We were tortured until we feared no pain. Tormented.
Y le sube bien rápido cuando están abajo.
Turned to stone, and few ever survived long enough to become tools.
I can't imagine.
I lost so
Oh,
many.
sí. Y me deja saber si de verdad ella brega bien cabrón.
can't even remember.
Ya estoy...
But they must be remembered.
Ya me estoy acoplando
They cannot fade away.
al Odin.
Face the Institute was run with military precision.
No está tan...
Every child measured.
O sea, es que quería usarlo mucho, pero no es como que... Es como...
Sid,
He has his moments.
allow me to
Porque...
travel to Ash and recover the registry.
You were a good friend, but the fact remains that Ash...
Sid, please.
Too dangerous for you, Herman. I'll go to Bad Bach and find the registry.
You will?
I won't let you risk
Está
your
hasta lo
life.
último.
I don't know. How do
You can start by telling me where I'll find this orphanage.
Oh, ok, ya sé lo que tú dices.
All right.
Me cago en la madre, cabrón, que mucha misión. Y me estoy... Ya mismita. Ya cogí todas las misiones que hay aquí como tal. Ya me falta las que están en el pueblo. No tengo que hacer nada ya, ¿verdad? Perfecto, es cuestión de hablar con dos tontos de aquí. El cupo looking motherfucker este no me va a dar ninguna misión. Exacto, porque tú las vas a sacar cuando termine con estos dos locos. ¿Qué quiere Vivian?
Vivian, and I'll be happy to help you find them.
Thank you, Clark. But tracking...
Please. It's only right that I return.
You are too... Alas, what I ask of... I spoke with Harpocrates to see if he had any ink... But perhaps...
If you say so.
But this book... It set me on the path to becoming...
So, ahora tengo que hablar con el viejo. Perfecto, gracias. Sigue mandándome errands, así que a mí me encantan. A mí me apasionan, me ponen de un buen humor. Estúpida. Madre el viejo este. Yo estaba pensando cuando eso salzó en agua, yo no. Estaría duro.
my boy.
Ok, el viejo bellaco este.
I've been charged with locating a book. And you seek one whose name I had not thought to hear.
Right as always. But she didn't seem keen to tell me very much.
And yet I gather it didn't. I fear she asks the impossible.
The Executor.
Coveters, a clandestine organization committed to the collection and inkenibration of forbidden texts and technology. One such text being the tome Vivian seeks, chronicling as it does the true history of the enslavement of a tale which could overturn the established order were it ever to become white, or so rumor has it.
Qué cool.
I've never actually read the thing.
This is interesting.
Set eyes on it for that matter.
How is it that I haven't heard of this organization?
Tú lo puedes decir así, basically.
Secrecy is the Executor's watchword. They lurk in the shadows, emerging only to seize that which must be seized.
People before disappearing again.
Which would explain why Vivian's copy was snatched from her grasp
by the hand of the Executor.
But what drives them?
Fine question. Sadly, all that is known of the Executors, you may just as soon ask me of their origins, numbers, or the identities of their leaders.
Then my hunt was doomed from the... What was Vivian expecting?
Not from thin air, no. Rumors of the Executors are rife among the scholars, but rather less so across... I had a friend. Alas, I have heard naught from him since the skies fell dark, but though he did not mention it by name, it is possible that a surviving copy from a distance yet rests upon one of his many shelves. If you were, by some chance, able to save even a single book from the poor man's library, I know his soul would...
Very well. When I next find myself in Waloed, I'll be sure to pay Garnick a visit.
Que se queden. No, es que puede ser el panita mío, no sé si él sabe de mi canal, pero dudo mucho porque en verdad yo lo que lo uso es para tirar esto aquí a hablar. No. I do not. Esta misión era para allá. Él fue el único que me preguntó como tal de mi... Si yo tenía un canal, el mejor amigo mío, me dice como que... Hace unos días atrás, no sé si fue que lo vio algo, pero me preguntó y le envié, mira, sí. Adiós, ¿qué le pasa al pejo ahora? Pero la otra persona no sabría quién es.
Pining for something, boy.
Sí, va a hablarte.
What is it?
Estoy hablando del pejo.
I never did ask where you got that anklet.
From Sid, that's where. On the
How long?
And you're only thinking to ask this now? Sid saw that the pup had a habit of clap that there iron on him to keep him from doing.
What was wrong, boy?
I'll take like as not. Must have been hard on the poor whelp losing his loving master. Doubly hard in being a frost
Me estás botando los...
torn away from his
a los followers.
Sid would always tell him, you want that iron gone, you find what it is you're looking for. I reckon what he was looking for was you.
I'm sorry, Torgal. Sorry for making you... Let's get that thing off.
Doesn't sound like he wants it off.
Indeed. You miss Sid as much as the rest of us, don't you?
Claro que sí. Who doesn't?
You want me to go with you somewhere?
Okay.
Quick, aren't you? Glad you've been paid.
Not nearly as much as you have.
Aye, good thing and all. It's not like Gav would have kept him in nuts and rubbed his belly.
Your kindness is appreciated.
Only because he doesn't talk back like the rest of you.
Porque extraño así también, ¿eh?
Where to then, Torgal?
No, ¿qué pasa? Viste, tú eres el odioso. Después dices, ¿a ti te gusta todo el mundo? No es que me gusta todo el mundo, es que no tengo tanto odio. Déjame ver aquí quién diantre quiere. Ah, el pejo osado.
Right, Torgal. Where do you take? I'm going to need a little bit. Do you have a better hint for unless you've already given me one? Why don't we try the... I haven't been to the island. To Port Isolde then.
Sagietan.
Fingers crossed the old mooring is still...
It could be. That could be too. Yeah, o tiene hijitos. Probablemente. Tiene hijitos probablemente. So, la misión que yo tengo que hacer es esta, Under New Management. So, vamos a hacerla.
¿Qué tú quieres, gordito?
Súbete, papi.
Nazaire might at least have mentioned where in Northreach he'd be testing this recruit.
They're sentries from the market.
Y ya que me dijiste que hay una última weapon, ¿esa se saca mientras estás jugando el Plymouth Playthrough o no?
Your town needs you.
So, no hay una que se llama última weapon, eso lo dudo mucho.
Do you have a moment, Clive?
What is it?
That's
It's
super
the Duke,
weird.
Unsurprisingly.
His
His Eminence has assumed full control of the garrison. The town was left all but unguarded, so Philippe was compelled to form a citizens' war. And though my dear boys have been characteristically willing to assist him in this, they want for bodies. So I was wondering if you would lend them your strength.
They should.
That the
The
people
of Northreach may sleep easier, if only for... ¿Pero qué tú quieres que yo haga?
Of course.
Okay.
Thank you, Clive. Philippe told...
Where can I find the mistress of this establishment?
Here, my lady. To whom do I have
Yes.
the pleasure of speaking?
Y también no dicen el nombre, es que dicen que me dicen sí
And it is
porque...
my displeasure to be the daughter of the Duke of Oriflamme,
Acuérdate por
who I
que no pueden
understand is
decirme
causing
Clive
you and your
Rossio.
town no small amount of trouble.
O no solo eso,
I
sí
wish to
comanda
speak to you
respeto
about
también.
what might be done.
Very well. I trust you'll forgive.
Absolutely.
Hay veces que me llaman Clive.
Please. As you know, my father is a most overbearing and supercilious man, and I join you in objecting to his every action. Indeed, I owe you my thanks for continuing to argue against his reckless plan. Yet I fear he is not one to be swayed by reason. He must be made to face the consequence.
And who
Ya yo sé que duro. Okay.
I would. Myself, were you to join us, we would surely have the strength to drive him from Northreach.
Does that not seem
drastic action is precisely what is called for. Unless you were... My father would have it that citizens exist only to serve the Empire. That they should be forced to make... But he is wrong. It is not the people who must serve the... Scornful of the opinions of anyone he judged beneath him, but he cannot be allowed to ride roughshod over the common folk any longer.
Good thinking. Tienes una cara fea, pero... Y una ropa fea, pero... ¿Qué dijiste? No te escuché, fue en verdad. No, digo que me cae bien el plight de ella. Te explico ahora lo que ella está haciendo.
No.
My
purpose is to quell the tension in Northreach. Respectfully, my lady.
Saving this town depends upon everyone else.
Saving this town depends upon everyone. While I understand your frustrations, I cling to
false hope. But I see that your mind is made up. If you will extend me, I bid you good day.
Okay.
So.
Indeed. But unfortunately for us, which may be enough to seal the fate, this is all about her and her
family.
I'm sorry. Yes. But perhaps it's better that you heard them from him.
Okay.
Right away.
It's just a pity I cannot join you.
Alright, so this mission is that when the Empire falls down... ¿Te acuerdas que explotó para el carajo el Imperio? So, when the Empire... O sea, Bahamut. Whatever happened with Bahamut, se cogió el Imperio. One of the counselors or one of those political motherfuckers llegó para aquí, para Northreach. Yes, él básicamente quiere quitarle a la gente. Él llegó acá y se puso otro nombre, se puso otro título, el qué sé yo, vamos a ponerle el Duque de Oriflame o algo así. Entonces él quiere coger este lugar y como él tiene voz y potestad, o tenía voz y potestad, él quiere coger este lugar. Y él dice, ok, pues vamos a hacer algo, vamos a reinforzar nuestro military presence y necesitamos que los militares estén bien pagados y esto y lo otro y bla bla bla. Entonces le va a quitar a la gente, pues ¿sabes? Van a subirle los chavos que dona la gente y pues le van a quitarle la moral y nada, básicamente lo quieren fuera. Entonces parece que después que termine la misión, pues la muchacha quedó como que no satisfecha, pero como que ni modo, pues hay cara, pues, live with this. Y pues la hija de él, lo que me dijo lo que dije que me cayó bien era su manera de pensar, porque ella dice como que ella es la hija del tipo. Y dice, no, mi papá no puede estar haciendo eso, eso es injusticia para la gente trabajadora. Y la única manera de sacarlo es con una pelea, dice ella.
Please, I beseech you.
Sí, como que revolt.
That's exactly what or trying to at least. The land is crawling with
eso fue lo que entendí que
our true enemy is hiding in the garrison.
Eso mismo, sí.
Fine. Thank you so much for
Está loca.
She cornered you too.
Could hardly get a word in it, like father, like daughter.
She made an uninvited appearance at the Vale early, hoping to convince the Dame to join her in fun.
I bet that went well. Her ladyship. Anyway.
Our mutual friend thought you might welcome some help.
Oh, right, as always. We've had some reports, you see.
They're back.
Seems that way. We haven't been able to confirm anything yet, but if you're...
Right.
You know Grieger's Weep? One of them.
I'm on my way.
Thank you, Claire. I'll look into one of the other sightings.
Estoy tratando de hacer esta misión lo más rápido posible y leyendo lo más rápido posible para just know. Porque últimamente estas últimas misiones que me están dando, estos sidequests, tienen historiecitas interesantes. Los primeros del juego son basuritas, son normal como que knowing people que se mueren al final del día. Pero estos están teniendo unas historiecitas buenas. Bueno, vámonos con... Claro. Que el cabrón aguantó. Yo dije, pues está muerto ya y el hijo de puta seguía vivo. Yo sé que va a venir algo ya mismo. Ahí está. Okay. ¿Ya balancear qué? Ah, tú dices lo de Odin. Ah, pero brother, te voy a hablar claro. El Limit Break yo no he tenido ni problemas en subirlo. Esa pendeja sube tan rápido que es ridículo, mano. Yo no he usado nunca ni una poción para subírmelo ni nada porque es bien fácil. Que por esa parte pues no he tenido el problema. Esta mierda, yo pensé que me cambió unas cositas porque ahorita cuando tuve que repetir la parte dije voy a buscar cosas all around para matarlos a todos rápido. Porque santo cielo tuve que volver a hacer el Behemoth. Al menos me dieron los puntos. Y me dieron las cositas del Behemoth nuevamente, si no me equivoco.
Call that a test, Ultima? Clive.
Who the fuck are you talking to?
You alright?
I am. I dispatched the few that I found.
Well, there's something, I suppose. But what were they doing south of town? We might be able to fend off an attack from one side or the other.
Do you have eyes in the north?
Some. I should probably go and have a look. You head back to Northreach. I want you there just in case...
What do you mean?
Her ladyship's been busy working her match, stirring up ill feeling towards her father. But she'll have a
What? I'll do what I can to be careful out there.
Don't worry, I'm not like you. One sniff of those things and I'm running back to town.
One sniff of those things and I will be running back to town screaming blue murder. Qué estúpido. Ya, diablo.
Do you not see, Father? The people of Northreach have given enough, and only a fool would ask for more.
Listen to me, Sabine. Where would our people be without their country, hmm? The Empire is their sword and their shield. It is she that ensures they can live without fear.
Tiene cara de cancel.
Now she teeters on the brink. Without their sword, how
Tienes
will
que hablar en
the
los
people
términos del
fight
juego.
without their
Ojalá
shield?
desde
How
ahí
will they
de...
protect their
Digo,
king?
Kashiki.
Can the unarmed stand against the advancing hordes? No. But there is yet hope. A new shield, a new sword. A new empire. We can rebuild Sanbreque, just as Great Kriega wills it.
Perhaps we could, Father. But we don't want to. Not if it is built on the broken backs of the people.
Please, let us not quarrel in the street. You must see that no good will come of this. Our fight is not with each other, but with the threat that draws ever closer to our gates. A threat that your sword has yet to rid us of, Your Eminence.
You will hold your tongue, whore. You may have filled my daughter's head with your heresy, but I will not be corrupted.
Corrupted? Your daughter's opinions are her own, as you would know if you had ever deigned to listen to her. At least I hope they are your opinions, and not posturing born of a family feud. Northreach deserves better than that.
Northreach deserves better than you, Carla.
Ah, let's kill him. Let's kill him.
Yes, I know who you are. The slut of Twinside who bedded a Branded.
Jealous, are you? That a woman might choose a bearer over a pious man of Griga?
Clive! I met a swarm of thralls coming south from Oriflamme. Hundreds of them. Too many to count.
No. Work on the fortifications has scarcely begun. We will retreat to Caer Norvent and there make our stand. Did you hear me? That was an order!
While this is but a heartfelt plea, let us make our stand here and protect our homes. Protect those that we love. Together, for Northreach!
For Northreach!
You heard the dame. What are we waiting for? Pikemen to the gates. Archers to the roofs. Quickly, come on!
But she is but a common...
whore, yes. And we'd follow her to the gates of hell.
Papi. Always and forever. Ya peleamos, ya hicimos todo.
The men have their orders.
Oh, okay.
I got them spaced out at regular intervals. Whichever direction the thrall...
Thank you for... Rest assured the people will play their part. Should any of your men be injured, take them to the...
Thank you, milady.
I'll play my part. You still want for numbers. I only hope I can go some way to Philippe. Can I leave the south in your hands?
Of course. I'll lead a part. What about you?
I'll make my way up the road. I fought a few of these things. And well, I can't promise to hold them all back.
All right.
Thank you.
You can thank her.
Till then, but...
Dale, quiero terminar estas misionecitas rápidas, a ver si puedo terminar el juego hoy, puñeta. Tú no eres mi papá. Yo trabajo. No. ¿Yo puedo brincar aquí? No.
No use calling Ambrosia now.
¿Cómo que no use? Boom, la musiquita de guerra, ahora la musiquita bien cute, bien chévere, bien tranquila. Y de momento la musiquita de esa bien mierda que le pusieron a Ambrosia.
There are so many of them.
Not for long.
Vamos, ataca. ¿Nadie quiere atacar? ¿Nadie quiere atacar? ¿En serio nadie? Carajo. There we go. Ahora sí.
You're finished.
There we go. There we go. There we go. Bien, aquí está.
Is it over?
La espada. La carga no. La espada sí, obviamente. Pero la carga se queda. Creo que tiene un tiempo. No me he puesto a fijar, no me he fijado, pero creo que tienes un tiempo. Encroaching Undertaker. Mira, diablo, nunca había visto ese. ¿Cómo es? Sí, no, pero es en cuestión del nombre, que no sé qué diferente tiene. Tengo que moverme. There we go. Entonces el ulti, si tú lo pegas y hay más de un enemigo, él va a hacérselo a todo el mundo. Que es hace daño, pero es mayormente para cargar el Sensuken. Pero como ulti eso, pues lo hace a everybody. Which is good. ¿Sabes qué? Yo lo hago también, así que tómate un Spirit Within de Bahamut. Vamos a romperte. Ahí está, puñeta. Y yo creo que un Santosuken de 2 lo mata, vamos a ver. No, Santosuken de 2 no lo mata. Para el Ignition sí. Ñaquiti. Los enemigos han sido derrotados. Yes, yes, yes. Okay.
That looks to be the last of them. I wonder how the others fared. But
Abatidos. Horripilante. Alright. Vamos a ver qué quieren ahora. Me imagino que votarán al tipo. El tipo va a perder el poder. ¿Cómo es? Tengo que hacer algo con él todavía.
Clive.
And you, the road to Oriflamme, how did you and your men...
Well, we ended up fighting for our lives down by the lake.
Okay.
Took a few nicks, but nothing that...
Glad to hear it.
Well, it seems we've survived. I thank you both.
You were right. And I had thought that the only way to that without a strong hand to guide them, they would drift apart. To be borne hither and yon, but you, not by force, nor by the exercise of goddess-given authority, but by simply being one of them.
Our purpose was ever the same. You were merely distracted by a loftier vision of empire and glory.
You have the right of it, as did you. His Radiance said it himself. I forgot that.
I'm sorry too.
Okay, perfecto,
I should never have
pues.
taken
Muy bien.
things so far. I only wanted you to understand how I felt.
Do not blame yourself, my dear. I should have listened to you.
Your Eminence, your ladyship. I do, but I believe the same could be said of us all. We all want safety, security, prosperity. Not, and we may yet achieve. Will you join us?
Yes.
Thank you, Your Now that that is settled,
Okay.
I must go and see to the wounded. And today there are more than ever.
Perfecto.
Madam Isabel is a red. In these, I see that it is not men like me who should...
You're right. If only I'd listened to her.
Forgive me for saying so, my lady. The dame said it herself. We can tell, and that goes for you. You're one of us now.
One of you?
Well said, Captain.
Well, I should see if Isabel needs it.
Perfecto. Very nice. Vámonos. Vámonos de aquí. Si no me equivoco, después que se termine esta misión es que se abre la última pendeja que tengo que pelear. Para la espada.
How goes the treatment? I'll be happy to man one it. Don't mention it.
Oh, but I must.
Tell me, if Northreach had fallen, what would you have done? But I sense you would rather have done. For you, madame, I have all the time with...
Very well. I was Carla then, courtesan to the nobility. So sought after was I that it was only they who could afford my time. Alas, those halcyon days were not to last.
Okay.
For naive as I was, I fell in love with a bearer.
Está contando la historia, la vas a ver.
My master's guard, the gentlest man I have ever known. After they discovered us together, he was whipped bloody and forbidden from ever looking at me again. And so we fled. Not that we had anywhere to flee to. We wandered, aimless and starving, half dreading, half praying that the next day would be our last. Until we found ourselves here, in Northreach. It was the Veil that took us in, that fed us, clothed us, and healed our hurts. Those that could be healed at least.
Ah, lindo.
My love was already too far gone.
He passed away.
He did. Not long after we arrived. But at least we were able to share a few moments of peace before the end. It was the greatest gift I have ever received. But the generosity of this town and her people did not. The men and women of the Vale supported me through my grief, though I was still a stranger to them.
That's nice.
So I swore that I would always, that I would return the kindness, that I would repay.
Thank you, Isabel, for sharing this with me.
Perhaps that is why I have such a soft spot for you. Never stop fighting, and I shan't. I know that it will not be easy to keep Northreach together. The people, the soldiers, even the Duke of Oriflamme, all united in defense of this town. And what of you? Can we count on you?
Always.
So, no sé si lo llegaste a ver ya completo, lo leíste. Yeah, está cool. Eso es lo que aprecio del juego, sí. Como que la... ella me dio un irichacón. Perfectirijillo. Adiós, tengo un quest aquí cerca. What the fuck is this? Pues vamos a hacerlo de ver, ya que está aquí. No voy a irme por el carajo si tengo un quest aquí. Puñeta, pero no lo veo, though. Ah, claro, que no lo voy a ver, idiota morón, si está afuera.
Got any more of those special?
Coño, está afuera, pero ¿para dónde? Míralo ahí.
Well met, Sid. This is the initiate. Ember, present yourself.
At your service, Master.
At your service, Master.
Sid. There are no masters here. Your life is your own.
Of course. Thank you, Sid. The
Qué
sergeant
weird.
says you'll be evaluating me at my trial.
To become a scout, yes. You are aware of the dangers inherent in that role.
I am. But I swore I'd face them. Just like the man who saved my life.
Who would that be?
Gav. It was him who found me and freed me.
Nice,
no magic, no support, just one man and his nose. Came and sniffed me out. It taught me what one man can do if he puts his mind to it. And I've been training ever since, so that one day I can be someone's saviour, just like Gav was mine.
I'm sure he'd be flattered. You clearly have good intentions, Ember. And it sounds like you're under no illusions. Stick to this path and you'll make a flank.
So...
You haven't even...
Es morón ese muchacho, yo no sé.
Not far from here is an Imperial lookout, Eastwatch. The guards there record and bring it here.
And bring it here, right.
No. Sneaking into a heavily guarded Imperial outpost and stealing the logbook would be quite sufficient. You'll need to assess the situation, determine a point of entry, create this all without being discovered and thrown into an Imperial oubliette.
Ember, Gav isn't our best scout because he can do everything. It's essential that you know your limits.
Know my limits, right. I won't let you down.
I think you will.
It shouldn't be as dangerous as I made out. But keep a weather eye on him, Orders.
On my way. All right, Ember. Impress me.
So, básicamente voy a velar al nene. The fuck. Pero, creo que aquí está la bestia que tengo que matar. En este lugar. Y está... right about here. So, vamos a seguir con la misión del pendejo. Que es por aquí. Por alguna razón no me sale el marker del muchacho. Pero puedo seguirlo por aquí. ¿Qué tú crees? ¿Ya viste cómo el muchacho hablaba y todo eso? ¿Tú crees que él va a pasar la misión o que la va a fallar? ¿Cómo es? Se escucha bien morón, pero yo no sé, maybe el muchacho brega.
Or maybe not. Damn it. Ember, draw your sword.
I can't.
Oh, tiene miedo. Pendejo.
Then run. If you want him, you'll have to go through me.
Termino siendo un pendejo, carajo. Ya, diablo. Truenazo. Truenazo.
Nice try.
There we go. Ahí está. Los números amarillos es como un critical, ¿verdad? O como que tienes el de esto alto. ¿Cómo se llama? El multiplier. ¿O no? Te fuiste.
Gone. Of course. Back to...
Alright, so, ¿qué hay acá arriba? Ese nene más idiota. ¿Dormiste?
I didn't expect... Where is Ember?
I thought I'd find him. He must have fled. I thought he was just standing there. Didn't even draw his sword. He was nowhere to be seen.
I knew the boy had a nervous streak, but he's
the right man for the job. I believe this is the logbook you tasked me with retrieving.
Hey? Don't you tell me you breached the tower while Sid was busy saving your skin.
What? Wasn't that what you asked me to do? To bring the thing back without getting caught?
He has you there, Nazaire. And he did it all on his own.
Cabrón.
He did what he thought was best. And now I have to decide whether I agree.
Of course. We'll await your evaluation back at the hideaway. Don't you leave.
Yes, Sergeant.
¿Lo viste?
This won't be an easy decision.
Mira, Sabi.
The garrison said
¿Estás ahí?
And how might I help the garrison?
Hello. 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 Hello.
The Duke has pledged.
Ready, go? Faster!
Have care.
You deserve a rest.
Okay.
Not another one.
tired of these things.
First the skies, then the crystal. What next?
Trouble with your gear, or crack the crystal? Not a very good one, but then what's that for you, dear? Should last you a good while.
La persona que llamas tiene...
That it? Fine.
There's something about it.
You should have seen.
Welcome back, Sid.
Welcome back.
Yes. Welcome back. Truth be told, it was me who suggested roping you in, but from what I hear...
No. Ember lost his nerve in the face of a beast of prey, but he didn't lose heart. He pressed on.
Indeed it is. Thank you for you. The fact remains, however, that Ember will not always have a battle-hardened warrior on hand to pluck him. All I have gleaned from this trial is that without someone watching his back, Ember is little more than a light...
Wait, Sergeant. And this time he was found wanting. After all...
With a bit of hard work, any hand can be made to hold a blade. But a scout's nose is different. And by sniffing out that log, young Ember here has shown it wouldn't do to waste it.
Fine.
I'll do whatever. I'll spend my days and nights in the pit if I have to. I'll show you.
Daft as a brush, that one. It's in the right place. Just like some... And if you ask me, we've been linked that time the curse breakers took some of the weight off his...
Couldn't hurt.
Just don't tell Gav I said so, will you? I won't have him thinking he's... Next thing you know... Chance would be a fine thing.
Forgive me, Sid.
But that's why we need men like Ember more than ever. Remember that.
I will, Sid.
Help you today, Clive? All yours. All done?
Okay.
You alright? About that. Oi! Let's see.
Something troubling you?
No more than it's just Etta's baby.
I'm sure she'd like that.
Back in the north, families would always make gifts when a bairn was on the. I'll let the little tykes know that.
So?
Well, the problem is that Etta's due any.
Is there anything? All right then.
A good luck charm.
Not just then.
No. One. There's not lucky in all the realm. Thing is, they're hard to come by. Had Otto and Karen check with their suppliers, but nothing. I'd try and track one down myself, only...
Only the big day is fast approaching. And that's all you need. A feather.
That or the bird whose horse it's attached to, aye. I was gonna start by asking around with travel.
Well, there's no shortage of those. I think I might make that my first point.
You're a good...
That's it! I knew it! The answer was right here! If this doesn't steer to the skies, nothing will!
To the skies? You aren't trying to give the Enterprise...
What else would I be doing?
The children seem to think you're avoiding them. Is this really so important that you need to shut...
The Enterprise is already the fastest ship in the realm. But what if she weren't bound to the waves? What if she weren't... It's not fair! The gods get the skies all to themselves, so... The Fallen had their chance. But they relied too much on magic. And see where that... But not me. I've just... Well, almost.
And is that a one...
Are you volunteering? But if her godfather's offering to lend her... First, I'll need oil. And not just some old drippings from Miss Molly's spits in the Tub and Crown. Refined stuff. Then I'll need some bone. Or shell. Light.
If it's beast bones you're after, I'm sure the...
No, they'll know where you might find some. You're the one who offered to help.
I should speak with one of the curse breakers before I set off for Old Hill. See if I can't find this bone while I'm there as well.
Has Midadol mentioned a new project?
All right, Sid.
Only if you want. Mid needs a piece of light but durable bone for her next project.
Most bones are the same. Whack, if it's durability you're looking for, shell will serve you better.
I do. And any old adamant?
Well, with shells, the older the harder. There's a rumour of an ancient adamantus down in Karava, but don't expect to make quick work of the bastard.
I'll keep that in mind.
And how might I help the garrison today?
Haven't seen any of those beastly... Do be careful.
I will.
Come on.
Yeah!
All right.
Be safe. You're the outlaw! The one who drove His Highness to madness! On your knees!
He hasn't heard. And it doesn't look like he's willing to listen.
Only your death will serve!
That's better. Damn it. Dion would have been glad to have you back at his side. It's still here. A lot smaller than... And you're a lot bigger.
You two go on. I doubt that boat will hold a third.
If you're sure. We won't... Hop in, boy. This place hasn't changed at all. The rookery's right through those trees. Come on. Race you there? I bet I could still beat you. Here we are. This was our hideaway. Wasn't it, Torgal? Coming here helped me to forget who I was. Or wasn't. Prince, Shield. Son his mother could love. Had I been any one of those things? Perhaps. What is it, boy? This is all from the castle. And Phoenix Gate. Did you bring these here? My sparring sword. Well, well. You never stopped looking for me, did you, boy? Thank you, Torgal. For never giving up. For never forgetting. Let's take this with us, shall we? So I don't forget either. That's not the way back to the boat, Torgal. All right, all right. I'm coming. I think I know where we're going. People always talk about the importance of putting the past behind you. But without it, we wouldn't be who we are today. And we certainly couldn't steer our way to a... Come on, Torgal. Sorry. For the wait, we're ready.
Why the hell would Victor take the bearer's side?
Here to help me, Pat? Thanks, but I'll be traveling light.
You're really going to go through with this, then?
I am. But before I go, there is one small issue.
If it's within my power to help you.
It's the children. And if I leave them here, they surely will. Our friendship would see them ostracized forever. But I can't. I can think of only one place where they are certain to be safe and provided for and...
Of course.
Thank you, Clive.
Lubor, are you...
What is it, Ferda? You look pale.
There's been a flood in the Velcro. The League of Outlaws encampment was completely
What?
Every last one of the bastards has turned.
Bandits are one thing, but Akashic bandits are quite another. We need to evacuate. Ferda, gather the men. The Akashic may strike at any moment. You must make ready to... Well?
Yes, my lord.
Clive, the children stay with me for now. I need you to find Conrad and tell them to prepare...
Understood.
I'll do what I can to convince everyone else.
What's an...
You have to listen to me. They're coming.
Why do they always have to make such a... What do you want?
To pass on an impulse. There's been an ether flood. The camp where the so-called League of Outlaws were gathered. They're no longer just bandits. Eric, you need to begin preparing for a full-scale...
Oh, do we? And who...
Lubor, perhaps? The man spread... You may believe his lies,
But why would he lie about something like...
Some twisted attempt at revenge. If he had not been unmasked, he may well have been elected. A great honor for one he might well feel aggrieved at having been...
Lord Underhill, forgive me, but it has become all too evident where Lubor cannot be trusted.
You may not trust me. But for this, if there is any chance...
There isn't. You can be... Now be off with you.
You're making a mistake.
Come, Clive. If our words will not move them, then we must find another way to help save the town.
You're right. Let's speak to Lord Ferda.
I think we'd better shut up.
What's Lubor raving about now?
Lord Ferda.
Sid.
I went to warn Conrad and Nat. They've convinced themselves that nothing... A bloody which means the town guard can't... But I can. If there's anything I can... You only have to...
I appreciate.
Sid! Ferda!
Victor,
I couldn't abandon a friend and Blue Boy is in need at this very moment. Come quickly.
You have to believe me. The Akashic are coming. They don't eat, they don't sleep, they don't tire, and they don't care who they kill. They're unlike anything that's come before. There will be no parley, no mercy granted. We may have saved the town once, but this is different. I do not ask that you forgive me, but please believe me. If you do not run, you will die. You will all fucking die!
You'd like that, wouldn't you, bearer?
Yeah, with us out of the way, your kind will be free to claim Dalamil for yourselves.
You should run!
Run, bearer!
Yeah, run!
Run!
Far, far away!
Run!
Just go on!
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes!
Go! Come on, then.
Go on!
Go! Just go.
Lubor. Wait. Someone's coming.
Go. Come on.
Stop! You're hurting him! What did Lubor ever do to you? He solves all your stupid problems, and he keeps all of you safe. You know there's nothing he wouldn't do for this town. Who was it who made that cleaver you use every day, Conrad? And what about your counting table, Natalie? Who fixed that? Whose men make sure the streets are clean so all your boots don't get dirty? Who spends all day, every day making sure things run smoothly round here? And none of you ever say thank you. Ever. But did Lubor ever complain? Well, does he ever stop smiling? He keeps this whole place going. And you act like he doesn't even exist.
Yes, right.
Lubor, we've heard enough.
Wait!
We will not run. The town guard will not abandon the very place it is sworn to protect.
And I will not give up for lost the stores that we labored so hard to fill.
So tell us, how do you propose we deal with these Akashic of yours?
We won't run, but we will fight.
All right, then. Fine. Gather round if you don't want to die.
Allow me to explain this. The ether flood occurred near the village of Cherrick. The place had been abandoned until the League of Outlaws decided now they're all turned and...
They are mindless monsters.
driven only by hate and With the bandits, we at least knew how and when these creatures come. Dalamil will have the bitterest fight. The town guard will muster at the north gate. Both forces will provide men to serve as scouts and and as soon as it has been, we will converge on its position and see that it... Conrad, can I count on this?
Always.
I leave the selection and coordination of them and the command of our men in yours, Ferda.
Consider it done. As you wish.
Natalie, I would ask that you and your people have the townsfolk barricade and tell the merchant not to waste time securing anything beside the essentials. As long as we survive, it doesn't matter what our riches can be regained. And if anyone doubts that, let it be known that the Briar's Kiss...
Very well.
Where do I fit into this plan?
Where else but the most perilous place? I would like you to travel to the home of our erstwhile League. Main host is most likely still there. And Dalamil will...
A little garden?
I doubt it.
Luckily, so...
So you... All right then. Now it's simply a...
Looks like everyone's ready. I'd better...
Come on. Fly, Ambrosia.
There it is. The flood. But what's waiting for us inside? We can't leave a single one alive. The League is I should get back to Dalamil and see.
All the Akashic we were able to find. Seems that might be...
Last of them.
Lubo, sit.
Clyde!
It's done.
I knew you would.
Thank you, my lord.
Friends, the Horde has been driven, and we need not fear the arrival of victory.
We blood. Lubor, after all you have done for this town.
But we did. And we only hope that...
We need you, Lubor. So, if you would still like to be considered...
You do remember.
We do. But that is not a stain on... It is a stain on ours. We thought only of what we perceived bearers to be. Not...
I see. But I will only...
Name them.
Firstly, that you will both do everything in your power to rally your people to my cause. If the Town Guard and the Merchants League do not accept my leadership, unity is the key to defending Dalimil. When that time comes, I will...
Of course.
And you will accept that if the mistreatment of bearers must end here, any bearer within our walls shall be afforded the same right. They will not be judged by what they are.
As we failed to do.
We agree to your conditions. And we have only...
Condition accept. Well then, it seems my mayorship is all but confirmed. Do I get... How not so long ago I had resigned my... And now, here.
Lubo.
Fear not. You are, of course, I would sooner face another horde of Akashic than see them. I'll make sure they're safe here.
I don't doubt that. And not just the children.
Can't have all your hard...
Come on.
Enough of you, are there?
Brother.
Don't get surrounded.
This won't be easy. Here we are again. Karava. If you were a tortoise, Torgor, where would you hide?
Have care.
Looks like we found him.
Welcome, welcome. A fine choice. Anything else? Come again.
Your Grace? Cyril. Yes. If you would do us the honor, my...